Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Fruitchip and welcome to my Let's Play of Dear Esther, a game that is considered to be slightly different from your normal video game where you just jump around and shoot and whatnot. So I'm definitely curious to try out this artistic game. So let's go ahead and start it up. Yes.
Dear Esther, the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Alright. So we are placed in an rather beautiful environment, if I might say so. Looks like we have some sort of a lighthouse up there. Kinda spooky, to be honest. So, I'm not really sure what we can expect out of this game. But according to some comments on the internet, it is a rather special experience, so why not try it out, really? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! You little bird taking a poo-poo. Alright. So, nothing to find here, what it seems like. And the flashlight is actually turning on by itself. So I'm only moving around and looking at things. And I can already tell that it feels very intense while wearing the headphones. So the sound is probably a very big part of this game. Listening to the waves and the wind and whatnot. So, I'm walking along the water right now, but I could have taken another part, and that is actually the lighthouse. I wonder what that is. Looks like maybe a radio pole or something like that. So, it's not much going on, really. We're just taking it slow here, checking out the beach. Can we swim into the water? Looks like we can, but I bet it's freezing. So, I'm not gonna do that. And we're probably gonna get the story unfold as we make progress here. And it looks like we're about to enter a new section here of some kind.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
I wonder if the text is about the person we are playing or if it's about anyone else. But I think I'm gonna stick to this path here. I made my choice in the beginning at the lighthouse, so I'm gonna stick to it. But I can already tell that we're dealing with something different. The game feels very intense, as I said, and very beautiful. Looks like drawings in the sand. Let's see if we can make... That is... I was about to say the number 4, but I'm not gonna say it anymore. Can't really make any sense out of this drawing. So, keep on going, I guess. But it feels like this is more of an kinda...
I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Okay, so we got a little bit about the person once again, but I was just about to say that the game feels very audiovisual, obviously, but the game relies on the mood, if that makes any sense at all. The things you feel when you play the game, and maybe it's up to you, the player, to sort of stitch together the whole thing in a way. I'm not really sure if I'm just rambling on here, but I could be right or wrong. Okay, so it looks like we are supposed to go up these stairs after all, but I'm glad we checked out the beach. And it feels like whenever we hit a new section, the man will tell us another little story. It's like he's reading from his diary or something like that. And it looks like we are very isolated also. I mean, those islands at the horizon is pretty far away. And I'm just going to assume that we are on a island as well, because we do have a lighthouse here and some sort of a radio pole of some sort.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Alright. So once again, we are making progress.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
So, as I was about to say, I got interrupted by that talking man once again. It feels like whenever we're entering a new part, we are getting a little bit more information about something. And I gotta tell you, the environment is very, very beautiful. And I thought we were about to set for that blinking thing, but apparently not.
They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance, that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradiction?
So the game is not really leaving much for us to explore, not here in the beginning at least. And it feels very much like a storytelling game of some sort. Like it's just about the experience. And there we do have a sunken ship.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
So, we can see our starting point, and we didn't even notice the sunken ship from there. And what it looks like we're about to enter a very dark cave here. I'm not sure if I really would have done that in real life, but...
increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin. We are woven into a sodden blanket,
Whoa.
stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean. My neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone. In my dreams, it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
So we have some wall paintings here. Here we can actually see some letters, but doesn't really make any sense to me. Looks like we do have some, just a bucket. Oh! Oh, man. It's like I'm sitting on nails here. I'm ready for something to happen, but it doesn't seem to do that. And I wonder what we're supposed to do now. Am I like gonna try to swim to the ship perhaps? Or maybe I should just walk that way because I don't know. Let's take a look at the ship here. Doesn't seem like we can get on board. But yeah, let's try it out. Let's go for it. We're going very, very slow, and I don't think we can actually reach to it. So I'm gonna back up again, put myself on land, and try to find another path. But the game is very interesting so far. I mean, nothing is really happening. We're just walking around, finding new areas, and the man is talking to us. We can't jump. We're just walking and looking. We are on a sightseeing, pretty much. But I'm not really sure if we decided to go here by ourselves. It feels like we got stranded in a way. And that we are very alone at this place. It doesn't seem like there is any other on this. I'm gonna assume once again that it is an island. Gonna do a little zigzagging. But it's very, very beautiful. With all the nature stuff going on.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Okay, that may be a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. And here is stones placed in a very specific order, what it seems like. We do have a book here and some more paintings. Maybe it's something about DNA, or I don't know. So I don't think we can grab the book. I'm trying pressing different keys here, but nothing is happening. I guess it's just a symbol that marks that something has happened here. Man, and the wind is blowing in the background, putting me on edge, to be honest. As it looks like we're about to, I don't know, maybe get a step closer to that radio pole, if it's even a radio pole. Okay, so if I jump down here, I guess we're never going back, so let's go for it.